My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Cobalt Core. Time to go in for a run with our very first run, including Books. So Books is an Alchemist. Her cards use Shard as a resource to power up defense, movement, and mid-row actions. I'm also going to be keeping Rigs, as I am working on Rig's memory set at this moment, and I try to get all 3 of the memories for a character before moving on. I feel like the person I should take should either be Perry or Dizzy. Let's take Dizzy. I don't know where my damage in this deck is going to come from, but I'll find it. Oh no, hang on. We're using the Jupiter, and the Jupiter gives us Jupiter's moons, the drones that themselves perform the attack that we would otherwise. So maybe I want to take someone like Perry, who actually has larger attacks. But I've also done Perry firing through Jupiter's things before, so maybe I don't want to do that. It's fine. We're starting to get to the point where I should really just not gate myself by what I haven't done yet. More than I already am. I mean, I'm cycling through the ships, I'm cycling through teams, etc. Yeah, let's go with this. Let's lose the 2 max hull here. And then a random rare card is our direction. Ooh, actually, before we do anything, let's have a look at the cards that are already added to the deck, courtesy of Books. Mage Hand. A 1 mana card that gives 1 mana, 1 energy. 1 money card that gives 1 shield and has a shard cost. Lose 1 shard. If you don't have enough to make this happen, the action doesn't happen. This upgrades either to move the shard cost to gaining 2 shield and freeing up the 2 damage attack to still happen without it, or increasing the damage that will happen if you have a shard. And then there's Unpolished Crystal. Put a crystal shard in your hand, and this exhausts for 1 cost. The crystal shard itself is a 0 cost that has Shard. Powers up certain cards. You can have a maximum of 3 at any one time, and then draws a card to replace itself. So you can either put a single crystal shard into your hand, and that will always be drawn at the start of combat, or you can put 2 crystal shards into your draw pile. Putting them into your hand rather than your draw pile means they get draw. They actually get positive draw to replace the effect of the unpolished crystal, whereas otherwise they're just replacing themselves in your hand. Because you still have to spend the draw effect on drawing them in the first place, and then you play them so they become neutral. Cool. Take a random rare. Oh dear. Overflowing Power. 1 energy for 4 shard cost, we can gain a power drive. Without any shards, it will still give us +1 to max shard and then a shard. You can upgrade it in order to invert the order of those, such that you pay the shard cost after you gain the extra shard, or you can have Overflowing Power. Oh, I mean, it's already called Overflowing Power, but Overflowing Power Part B, which would give an additional cost, but have the ability to generate 2 power drive. I like the idea of building around this and trying to put a lot more shards into our deck. I'm going to take Overflowing Power, obviously, I can't not.
Hey, wow! Books! So, this is what the inside of your ship looks like.
Yeah?
Oh, can I press this button? No! Wait. Actually, yes.
Gotta put the crystal shard in my hand, and I'm probably gonna hit that basic dodge, move 1 space to the right. Fire out of Jupiter's moon first, basic dodge, 1 space to the right, unpolished crystal, and then play the crystal, drawing another card, which retains in hand. That's fine. That's fine, because I was either gonna have to spend the energy on it next turn, drawing it anyway, so all good. And then I'm gonna fire out another Jupiter's moon to be next to the previous one, Overflowing Power, and then a basic shift, so I have the ability to move them. I'm gonna move them one space to the left, summon a Jupiter's Moon, and then all of them are gonna fire for 2 damage. And then all of them are gonna fire for another 2 damage. Okay, Bolt. A 0-cost evade that exhausts. I mean, I would like that. First cycle, I have a lot of other stuff to do, so a 0-cost that just exhausts itself and gives me a resource, great. Block Evolution gives 1 shield for each additional shard you have, gives an additional shield up to 2. You can also move those costs both into a single shard, should you like, on Block Evolution A, or gain a Temp shield and then pay 2 shards for 3 shield on Temp Evolution B. And then there's Juke, just the ability to move randomly in a direction. Taking Bolt first, though. Ooh, 2 upgrades and 2 elites on the same line. I don't really count the upgrade that's always available at the end, because it's just always available. Unpolished crystal, and I would like a single in my hands. That just means I get it earlier, but that's the draw positivity that I wanted. I could upgrade something else, like overflowing power. Maybe it's damage, legitimately. Maybe it's just like multi-shot. Even more instances of damage out of the Jupiter drones for the moment. Actually, it's almost certainly that. Cool. Let's pop the Bolt, obviously, and a Jupiter's Moon, Unpolished Crystal to draw another card. And then I'll move over 1 space and summon another Jupiter's Moon. And then, do I want to take 2 damage? No, I'll move over 1 more space. No evade left here. But I knew the enemy wasn't going to be firing this turn, so how bad could it have gotten? I'm going to do 6 damage to the enemy this turn with a Jupiter's Moon out on the field, firing Mage Hand for 6, and then another 3 from a basic shot. And I know that I've gone past my best damage, unfortunately. Lunge out of the way here, spending a scramble to move 1 further space. Jupiter's Moon and multi-shot for the kill. Ooh, overpower. Ooh, overpower. Give 2 overdrive, add 2 damage to all attacks, decreases by 1 at the end of the turn. You can upgrade that in order to keep its exhaust, but lower its cost to 1, or to remove its exhaust, staying at 2 for 2. That, given the fact that I'm already built into multi-shot, and I'm already built into having many attacks triggered by any individual attack, courtesy of the Jupiter drones, definitely incentivized. Avid Reader. 1 cost card for books, attack for 3 damage. You must have played 4 cards this turn. You can also make that only 3 cards need to be played before it, or attack for 4. Options, evade, and additional draw next turn. I'm taking overpower. Hello, Jumbo. It's good to see you. I can't wait to kill you. Move 1 space over. Revealing myself to 3 incoming damage this turn, unfortunately. Summon a Jupiter's Moon. And then I'm just gonna ping your brittle cockpit a bunch of times here, thank you. Actually, I will get the Unpolished Crystal and draw. Unfortunately, my hull was always going to be having some trouble there. Incoming damage to turn is 2. I can avoid that entirely, but I can't. But I can't do so very effectively. I'll get another Jupiter drone out on the field. Bolt. Summon another Jupiter drone. If I use a basic dodge and basic shift, I can get out of the way of the enemy right now. But, like, things are getting pretty dire. I'm spending a lot of resources to do almost nothing in this fight. Pop the crystal shard. I'm gonna use draw shot to see if I can get into more dodge, and I can. But I'd still be taking 3 damage this turn. So I'm gonna summon a Jupiter's Moon, basic dodge, move 1 space over. Take no damage this turn, but still, yikes. There's a lovely big multi-shot. Incoming damage this turn is 3. Yeah, I don't think I can survive this. Incoming 2. Yep, I need more defense if I'm gonna do this. Parry's good for damage. If I was fine with it, I guess, like, I drop Riggs, but I don't want to drop Riggs. Alright, I'm gonna drop Parry and take Tissy. Try that again. Definitely can't lose max shield in this instance, thank you. That's the 2 max hull. Warp prep with the boss upgrade 2 random cards to type B. Yes, thank you. Unpolished crystal now puts 2 in the draw pile. Sure. Scramble B moves this randomly. Sure.
Hey, new kid, come here. I want to show you how to pilot the ship. Oh, wow. Do most ships have this many cup holders? Nope. Custom job, baby. Most pilots don't drink as much boba tea as I do. Is that a kind of potion? Yes.
Scrambled. I'll move 1 space back in to avoid the damage and summon a Jupiter's Moon. Polish B, move 1 space further over, summon another moon, and I'm gonna gain a basic block. One crystal shard, 2 crystal shard. But the crystal shards cycle back into the deck. That's what gives it value being 2. Got it. I thought they were just immediately gonna exhaust. Which led to a lot of my confusion. On to the left, Jupiter's Moon, fire the Mage Hand for a bunch of damage. Alright, buddy. What a weird turn. Please line yourself back up with my drones at your nearest convenience, friend. Or not. I'll just line them back up with you. Bloodstone Bolt. Lose 1 hull. For 0 cost, lose 1 hull. Attack for 3. And then heal 2 hull. There's also stun shot if I just wanted to stun whatever was going to otherwise take out my Jupiter drones. Sure, let's do that. 3 elites. Hey, I've got this extra scaffolding lying around, and I think it'd look great right in the middle of your ship. Also, it's a great tax write-off. What do you think? Sure. Looks, better, I guess? No refunds. Yep. Oh, gotta love it. Move left, 1 space, no damage, thank you. And let's just gain some additional resource, additional dodge, additional block. Two shards in the draw pile, please. Use a basic ship to get Moon out of the way so that I can summon another one. Play both crystal shards. I'm going to move over 1 more space, summoning another Moon, and then stun shot the enemy, preventing their damage to me, and also block shot the enemy, preventing their damage to me. Crystal shard our way forward. I should definitely fire that stun shot. And sure, I'll shield surge all the way up to full shield. And I do want 1 basic dodge. I don't get it. Means I am going to be taking 3 to the hole this turn. Woof. Let's pop a mage hand, and sure, I'll even use a block shot to... Not to the hull this turn, rather, sorry. But to the body. Basic dodge, 1 left. There we go. See, I just wanted you to line up much more safely for me. Mage hand and a basic shot will take him. Unpolished crystal. Now, I really want to take another unpolished crystal, but I'm gonna need things that actually cost crystal really soon for this to pay off. Obviously, unpolished B. Summon a drone. And I'm gonna gain a shielding. Cool. I'll move 1 to the left, summon a drone, shard. Put a crystal shield in hand, play that as well, and then stun to prevent the enemy from giving me any cards. Another crystal shard and we're on max. Scramble B out of the way so I can get another Moon on the field. Cancel the intent of the ship part. No, that would still take out my Jupiter drone, unfortunately. I'm gonna move 1 to the left, summon a Jupiter's Moon, basic shift them over 1 space, and then stun shot. I'm gonna keep the entire squad there. Summon another Jupiter's Moon. Eventually, I'm gonna have too many of these on the field for the enemy to deal with. Basic dodge 1 space to the left, summon another Jupiter's Moon, and then sure, just draw shot this guy. Safety override is insane for us right now, of course. Do some damage with the basic shot, and I'll throw down the corrupted core on a basic block as well. Basic dodge 1 to the left, and then just send up another Moon, crystal shard, shield surge, sure. There we go. That's all I needed. Mage hand for way too much damage. Gain 1 shield, says Shardback, and exhaust. Put 2 crystal shards into the deck. I don't have enough to use those yet. Stun shot and momentum gain 1 shield, +1 for every time this combat is played. The problem is I don't have much max shields, making momentum very difficult to actually achieve. I don't think I need any of these. Shardback could upgrade to give us 2 shield in the initial instance, putting two crystal shards in hand. 2 shield and 2 crystal shards in hand. Okay, that value's too high. I need to take the shard back. Shard collector, you may hold 1 more shard. Neat. Grimoire. Gain a crystal shard on the first end of the combat. I'm gonna take you may hold 1 more shard so that I can immediately start using other things. Shard pack, you need to be upgraded to give the 2 instantaneously. Sharp edges. Every time your draw pile is shuffled back into your drawer. Sorry, your discard is shuffled back into your drawer. Nice. The enemy loses a hull, and it's capped at 3 per turn. I'm good at this. Yeah, you did take us out last time. I guess I have to give you that. Move 1 space left, unabolish crystals, summon a moon, use the stun shot to prevent that moon from dropping. Incoming damage this turn is 1. Shard pack A. And unpolished crystal B. I'm gonna just draw 2. Yeah, because now I actually have a dodge. Annoyingly, I don't know if I can actually dodge much of this damage. I end up lining up my brittle cockpit with the incoming damage no matter what I do. Oh boy. Well. There goes some hull. One more Jupiter's moon out there. Start using the crystal shards. I'm gonna gain some additional evade because I just need evade right now. I'm gonna have to take the 1 to the hull right now because I think I need to keep this evade, otherwise there's no chance of me winning this fight. I just don't have damage is the big problem here. I also don't have anything that actually uses my shards yet. There we go. Only lose a single shield that turn. I mean, I have no incoming damage this turn at least. Summon a moon. This might be my best turn to do damage, so I'm gonna fire 6 into the enemy with the basic shots there. Pop a crystal shard, cycling and removing a hull from the enemy. Enemy has 8 hull. I wouldn't be able to finish them by moving, summoning a moon, and then attacking. I'm gonna fire a block shot, a basic shot, and then I'm gonna gain some dodge for a later turn, losing both of mine. Rough. Summon a Jupiter's moon and then stun shot the enemy. If I use a shield surge and move over 1 space, I can actually save myself a health this turn as well. Alright, that'll do it. Mage Hand. I'm still alive, technically. God, I need damage. Quantum Quarry, what are you? Gain a shot every... I have those. I need them to do things. Bleh. Bleh. Well, that's a problem. I don't think any of these actually help me. Razor Beam. Every time an attack misses the enemy by exactly 1 space, the enemy takes 1 damage. I'm more than happy to do that. Let's dance. Let's scramble. I'm going to take 1 damage against my shielding this turn, and summon a Jupiter's Moon and move 1 space over. I need to have multiple moons on the field so I can really get like a good effect from attacking. Here we go. Summon a Jupiter's Moon, hit him with a stun shot, and then I don't have the resources to pay for Mage Hand, of course. I'm gonna move manually 1 to the left. I'm also gonna basic shift everything over. So only an asteroid is dying this turn. That'll also give me the ability to generate a block and a dodge. Okay. Let's summon another Jupiter's Moon. And then I'm going to want to move over 2 spaces. And then play both of my unpolished crystals, including 1 in hand. Gain a basic shift for a later turn, and I'm going to draw shot. As well as shield surge. Crystal Shard cycles the deck, taking a hull away from the enemy. I'm gonna use Scramble B. Perfect. Then move 1 to the left and summon a Jupiter's Moon. Sure, I don't get to lay much damage on the enemy there, but I do get to set up much better for a future turn, and that future turn has arrived. I only have to move once in order to not take any damage to the enemy here. I don't need to cancel any of their intents either, so this is probably a really good turn to deal some true damage. Thank you for actually finally giving me some damage. And we take out Drake there. I've been tense this entire time. What the hell? Whoa. Okay, first let's look at the other things. Shard pack we've seen before. Swizzle shift. For 1 energy, I can move instantly twice to the left. And then, if I have 1 shard, I get a 2nd shard. Okay, cool. I don't need more shards. But, perfect specimen. Heal 2, gain a non-temp crystal card. So it just goes into my deck. I would always be happy to have a crystal shard just basic in the deck. Hardly anything wrong with that. And I heal 2. It removes itself from the deck as well. Wild. Yeah, I'm taking that. I'd love that heal. Quick draw. Draw extra 2 on the first turn, or gain extra energy every 3rd turn. Drawing 2 extra on the first turn is going to be a lot more impactful for us, I feel. Mage Hand dealing more damage would be great. Stun Shot doesn't need to gain additional charges. It doing some damage is not awful, but it's not great either. Don't actually feel especially confident in any of these. Ooh, Shield Surge. I could upgrade it in order to increase shield capacity instead of gain additional shield. That is pretty useful. I think I should definitely upgrade Basic Shift to be 0 cost, because I should play that every time I draw it. There's not much of a way for me otherwise to get Shift for this deck. Okay. Summon a Moon. I'm the moon. Put heal 2 and gain a Crystal Shard, which I will immediately play. And then I move 1 space to the left and summon a moon. More moons per turn. Basic Shift A will give me the ability to save myself from all incoming damage if I want to sacrifice both of my drones. I don't really want to. I'm fine taking 1 damage in order to save a drone this turn. Gain 2 shield and put 2 crystal shards in hand. I really need a rare that cares about all the crystal shards I've generated. It'd be so good. I gotta be making these for someone. Let's scramble to gain even more evade, summon another moon. If I wanted to use 1 drone shift and 1 evade, I could avoid everything here. No. Doesn't seem worth it to me. Move 1 to the left, summoning a moon, fire lock shot. Grazing hits will still deal damage to the enemy, so I don't really have to worry about drones not targeting the right target. Let's do another 3 damage. Gain another basic shift in this cycle, scramble, summon a moon. Nothing else need happen that turn, just gain a bunch of resources, thank you. I'm gonna move 1 to the left here and summon a Jupiter's drone, just because I can now use Stun Shot to also perfectly keep these alive. I'll move 1 space back over as well. Good old reliable Stun Shot here. Also exhaust 1 to put the things into my drawer. I'm gonna move... Oh, I don't want to move them 1 left. I'm gonna gain a basic block and then move myself 1 left. Ooh, Mage Hand for some good damage. Gotta love that. Also gonna fire the block shot and then a basic shot. It's definitely a turn for damage because I'm gonna start losing a couple of these drones in a moment. That said, that's not really gonna stop me too much. Draw shot. Please, I need a payoff so damn bad. Damage, payoff from gem investment, now. That's it, Overflowing Power. It's right there. Medusa Field, however, is another card in this hand that we've never seen before. Instantly turn every object in the mid-row into geodes. And also gain 1 shield. Block up to 1 incoming damage, capped by max shield, and geode, a rare subset of asteroid, it gives you a shard when destroyed. I could upgrade that in order to give it sticky or make it 0 cost. Obviously, we're going to be going with overflowing power, though. 4 shard will give us power drive. Added damage to every attack. Dirty engines. Gain an extra engine every turn. Sorry, extra energy, rather, every turn. Add a trash to your draw pile every 2 turns. Warp Mastery or Jupiter Drone Hub. Gain Jupiter Eclipse, which is 0 cost. That's really good, because I can play Jupiter Eclipse, and then I can draw with a crystal to put Jupiter Eclipse back in my hand. I can play it again. That's at least 1 energy per turn.
Cat, I've been analyzing these crystals some more. And they resonate at the same frequency as the cosmic background radiation of this pocket universe. And each loop, that frequency is increasing exponentially. Is that good or bad? I don't know. But it suggests that these loops aren't infinite. They have to have an end. Okay. Do you need to hold on to that crystal while explaining this? Yes.
This is what I mean! Jupiter Eclipse, move 1 to the left, summon a crystal shard, Jupiter Eclipse! I really don't want to scramble because I could accidentally line up my cockpit and then just have to spend all of my scramble just avoiding damage. Whereas I could just gain some resources here instead. Basic block, shield surge. Ooh, stun shot looks good right now. Stun shot the enemy, unpolished crystal B, and then draw shot. Basic, polish, and go. Play a crystal shard, see if I draw into another one immediately. Dang, if I did, I would immediately play the overflowing power as well. But because I didn't, I'm gonna do it anyway. With another crystal shard, overflowing power. And now I collect my next one. I'm gonna spend a drone ship to make another Jupiter drone here as well. Alright, well, I'm gonna take a little bit of damage to that hit, but whatever. Ow. It's a lot of crystal shard in this deck. Got the power overflowing again, though. Let's scrabamble, move 1 space further over, overflow that power, summon another Jupiter, and then wait. Oh, you've made a mistake. You've lined up yourself. Unfortunately, I had no attacks in that hand. Oh, but I do in this one. Basic shot for 12, and then another basic shot for 12, and then I had another 12 and a block shot afterwards if I needed it. Wow. Another heal and gain. I mean, I wouldn't not take that. I'll definitely go for an upgrade as well. Overflowing power. So the thing is, in the first cycle, I'm not capable of using this for 2 power drive, but every cycle afterwards, 2 power drive. Easy. So I should definitely take the 2 power drive option. Another honorable duel! No hitting each other's weaky pointies! I know it wasn't pronounced like that. I just like it. The enemy may behave differently if you follow or break the rules. If I follow or break the rules. Interesting. Well, I've got brittle places. So sure, I accept.
Excellent.
If I move 1 to the left, summon an Eclipse there, put 2 into the draw pile, I can fire a single stun shot. And gain some more block. Heal 2 and gain a non-temp crystal shard, more than happy to do so. It's about investment. I'm gonna scramble. Yeah, that's the exact direction I was hoping not to scramble. Thankfully, it's fine. All I have to do is spend either a drone shift or an evade. Let's go with an evade. Drone shifts are going to be very valuable over the course of this entire fight. Crystal shot, crystal shot. Move 1 space over, gain a basic dodge, and summon another Eclipse. Let's Mage Hand because it's good damage. Oh no!
Brigand, scoundrel, ye've broken a sacred pact and shall pay in turn. I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean it, but I also didn't think about it, and I also don't care.
So you can see how that was a real problem. I'm gonna move them 1 over to the left so that the enemy is wasting their missiles against asteroids.
Overflowing power,
Unfortunately, I didn't play it in the first cycle, so I don't have enough max in order to use it as effectively as I might otherwise like. But I can summon an Eclipse, fire a bunch of damage at the enemy, and then wait. Got him. Another Mage Hand, boost capacitors, or unpolished crystal. And boost capacitors B probably wouldn't be that bad, but also probably wouldn't be necessary. Mage Hand is good damage. It's really good damage for me right now. I'm taking another Mage Hand, actually. Let's go down to, oh boy, this encounter. There's the overflowing power B as well. We'll take the crystal shard in hand. Overflowing power B, gain a basic shift, and then overflowing power. Then out corrupted core as well. If I use a single drone shift, I could summon a Jupiter this turn. I don't think I need to. Let's gain a basic dodge, move 1 to the left, and summon our first Eclipse there. And sure, gain some additional block. I'm going to continue with just resource gain this turn and generating another Eclipse. With a single drone shift, I can set up another Eclipse as well as only lose an asteroid to the enemy's attack. Scramble B for even more evade, and then fire a basic shot at him. Let's fire off that Mage Hand before I use another Crystal Shard in case I draw into the overflowing power B, but of course, the Jupiter's Eclipse was back atop the deck, so that was what I drew into. Could have easily known that was going to be the case. I'm going to move 1 to the left and drone shift the enemies, 1 to the mid row, 1 to the left as well, keeping all of my drones available. You shouldn't have, but you did. Thank you. Draw shot. Overflowing Power. And then Mage Hand for 16. As well as another 4, so hang on. 20. Bloodstone Bolt. For 0 energy. Lose a hull. Then attack. And then for 2 shards, gain that hull back. Baby, I often have the ability to do this easily. Ooh, that looks good. Meteor! Move to the left, and then instantly, for a single shard, summon a geode. This is also flippable. And then finally, Catch B. This is an upgrade of Catch, which otherwise would, oh boy, remove the mid-row object in front of your missile bay without destroying it. Turn it around and put it in a release in your hand. Release 0 cost that launches that object and then burns. So Catch B is take 2 objects out of the middle line. That's really techy, and it keeps itself in hand with a retain until you need it as well. Oh boy. It's Bloodstone Bolt, obviously, for me, but Catchstone's cool. Every 4th turn, gain an overdrive, and crosslink every 5th time you attack, gain invade. We're looking for the extra evade, given our deck so far. Okay, Eclipse. And then I'm gonna play a Shard pack. Use a Crystal Shard. Move over 1 space and summon another Eclipse. Use a Crystal Shard, draw again. Now I'll play Overflowing Power so I have more max. Incoming damage this turn is 3. I could actually just avoid caring about that. I could also use Drone Shift in order to not take that damage and summon another Eclipse. That's actually really good. And I'll burn the Corrupted Core out as well. Yeah, I mean, I can obviously play for the Bloodstone Bolt, rather. Let's put those into the draw pile. I'm gonna scramble, move 1 to the left, and that's us done. Like, I'm almost certain that the Bloodstone Bolt won't cost me the ability in the next cycle to no, I'm gonna play it. It's so unlikely that I don't have the ability to get an extra shard before I get power overflowing. Okay, shard into, nope, shard into, all right, never mind. I did it to myself. I 100% did this to myself. Oh, I'm mad. Ooh, ooh. Okay, I'm fine. It's a game. I'm gonna gain more max though. Make it harder to do to myself in the future. Move 1 to the left, fire an Eclipse, and then turn over.
Eclipse. Draw a shard.
Scramble.
Oh boy, the incoming damage this turn. 4.
Could certainly be just a little worse than that. Just a little low. Fire the Bloodstone Bolt. And Mage Hand. Oh, if I moved them over, I would have already taken about that turn. Whatever. I prevent myself from taking hull damage this turn. One to the left, summon the Eclipse. Crystal Shard in hand. One over, another Eclipse, and block shot for the kill. Medusa Field is back. Every mid-row object becomes a geode. I mean, I have a lot of ways of dealing with mid-row objects at this point. I don't know if I need more shards at all still. A second stun shot wouldn't be so bad. Keep my Jupiters alive. Ion Converter. If you end your turn with more than 0 energy, gain a shield. Ooh, incoming damage to turn is too high. That's 4. I'm going to put 2 into the draw pile from the Unpolished Crystal B. And then play a Jupiter's Eclipse. Crystal Shard. Move 1 space to the left, summon another Eclipse. Fire a stun. And then a Mage Hand in order to take no hull damage this turn. Move 1 to the right, summon an Eclipse, and then stun shot. I will accept 1 hull damage this turn. I didn't want to, but I will. Put 2 crystal shards in hand, happily. 1, 2, 3. Basic shift. Overflowing power B. I'm ready for my next encounter with the overflowing power. That said, I will happily take stun shots along the line as well. I'm gonna move things 1 over, summon another Eclipse, and then fire a Bloodstone Bolt. If the next thing I drew happened to end up being the... it couldn't have been, because it had to be the Jupiter Eclipse, but if it somehow became the overflowing, I would have been so mad. You know, like I am right now, because I can't use the overflowing. Why? 1 to the left, summon the Eclipse, and it's fight night. I wanted more damage to finish on that final turn. Magia Battery. Oh. I have so much shard in this deck that this really feels appropriate. Lose 3 shard. If you don't have enough, the action does not happen. It retains in hand. You can upgrade it to either split the cost so that you get 2 energy in order to gain 1, or 2 shards in order to gain an energy, as well as 1 shard to draw, or only 2 shards to gain an energy. I think it's Magia Battery B is the upgrade we would go for. Swizzle Shift we've seen before, Blockout Burner we've seen before. I'm taking the Magia Battery. Your first attack each turn pierces, or gain 1 energy whenever you play a 3-cost card. 3+ cost card, rather. I'm unlikely to end up with a 3+ cost card in this deck right now. So I'll take Piercer. Oh, what a great opener here. Summon an Eclipse, Basic Shift, Crystal Shard. Move things 1 over to the left, summon another Eclipse, Crystal Shard. Draw shot, see if I can get the ability to stun the enemies this turn. I can't. Can't at all. That's fine. Overflowing Power B then gives me enough energy to be able to play the Magia Battery, which then gives me enough energy to play the Shard Pack, which itself gives me more shards. And heck, I can even do some good damage to the enemy and heal back up afterwards. Ooh, hell yes. The enemy's not going to be capable of hitting me here. I'm going to summon an Eclipse and then move 1 space to the left, so that if I do put a crystal shard into my hand and draw with it, I can summon another Eclipse. Deal 3 damage to the enemy for it. Let me scramble. Not exactly what I wanted, it's fine. Summon another Eclipse and stun shot so I don't lose any of them. I only get to do 1 damage as a result though. Definitely time for another scramble. Move 1 space and then overflowing power. Shard. 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 Let's do some draw. Because I want to spend shards as well. Yeah, it's after the second cycle this becomes ridiculous. That's fine though. It does become ridiculous. That's all I needed. Move 1 more space to the left, fire another Eclipse. I'll spend my energy before I start drawing again. I'm gonna move these manually over because the enemy is firing a space mine. So if they fire a space mine into a space mine, they're gonna take 4 damage as a result. And it actually happened on a weak position, so we're gonna take another 4. Sorry, 3. So 6 total, another 3. 3 first, and then another 3. Another stun shot, probably too many at this point. Meteor and Shield Surge. Meteor's a really nice repositioning tool that also then just gives me the ability to launch a Geode, which gives me the shard back later, so it's like... I think it's probably worthwhile, actually. I'm gonna take a single copy of Meteor for this deck. Do I want to upgrade it, though? It no longer costing a shard in the first place doesn't really tickle. Magic Battery B having a draw on it, though, does. We saw often when I was using it there, it didn't do anything.
What up, evil me? Alright, enough, stupid rigs, enough. You're just some weird time echo or something, like a sick cosmic joke. It's not even funny. I'm pretty sure we're both real. I mean, think about it, we're just both rigs. Ugh, that's so much worse.
Oh boy, am I ever enthused to move 1 space over. Summon an Eclipse, and then fire a single stun shot. Can't use Scramble B for good effect here, unfortunately. I'm gonna gain some additional shielding and burn a card out of the deck. Not the world's most efficient turn there, unfortunately. 2 crystal shards into the draw pile. I want to do that before I start drawing. Oof. Incoming damage this turn is 3, and there's nothing I can do about that. I'll take no hull damage, but I'm still not happy about it. Pop a crystal shard. I will move one space to the right and then launch a Geode. Incoming damage this turn is now 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put a Crystal Shard into my hand and draw. And Shield Surge. Oof. None of this has been going well right now, unfortunately. If I move the enemy over by 1, I can summon my Eclipse. And then I can move myself over by 1. I can gain 2 shield and put 2 crystal shards in hand, play one of them, play the other, giving me the ability to play Magic Battery B. More shards. I've got to gain that basic dodge. I've got to keep it as well. Like, if I move right instantly and hit that missile with my meteor, I destroy the missile and I destroy my meteor, so I get a shard back. I've got to scramble. Incoming damage this turn is now 3. It could be worse. I should have used the Eclipse before I scrambled, though. This was always going to be how it worked out, right? Magic Battery B, I'll spend all 3, thank you, and then Crystal Shard, gain, Crystal Shard, gain, Crystal Shard, gain, woohoo! I'm going to send up Eclipse. Move 1 space over, draw, send up another Eclipse. I'm only gonna lose one of my own drones there. Play the Crystal Shard first, just in case I draw another one. And I do, but I don't have the max power to even be able to play it. Oops. Sure. Let's expand the Bloodbone Bolt. Now I'll reveal myself to only 2 damage over here. Allowing the missile to pass through my scaffolding. Keeping 2 of my Jupiter Eclipses about as well. Let's summon an Eclipse and then move 1 space over and fire a Geode. And then just fire 2 Mage Hands for a bunch of damage. I take a little bit of hull, but I've kept enough. I'm only taking 1 hull this turn. Send out a stun shot. Might as well draw 2. And for safety's sake, rather than do a little bit more damage this turn, I'm going to Shield Surge, preventing myself from taking any actual damage. Single Crystal Shard. I mean, I know that I haven't got the overflowing power to worry about here, so I'll play the Magic Battery before doing anything else. Block all incoming damage with this Geode. Alright, basic dodge and a stun shot. Nothing happens this turn except for generation of resources, thank you. Magic Battery B. Mage Hand will do it. Goodbye, Dreadnought. We're really squeaking by. We just don't. We still need things. We don't. Things have. Whenever the ship is hit, it immediately shoots a 1 damage attack. Okay, right. So it shoots a 1 damage attack, which means surely. Where are you? Oh, Jupiter Drone isn't there. Of course, Jupiter Drone's up here. Every time you attack. Yeah, still doesn't seem good. Really? Doesn't it? I'm taking a lot of hits right now, but also Ace would give me the ability to actually be able to generate reasonable evade consistently. Yeah, I'm gonna take Ace.
Zero doubler.
Each turn, the first time you play a 0-cost card, do its actions twice. Dirty Engines, add a trash to your draw pile every 2 turns, gain an extra energy, or draw 2 additional cards every turn. You are offered 1 less card in both battle card rewards. 0 doubler. That would happen every turn. I can really hardly complain about that.
Yes, I'm dumb.
Did forget about that. Did forget that I'm dumb. Yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. I launched 2 of them. I'm gonna have to gain some shield now. Thankfully, I can make up for it. Definitely got to play the overwhelming power. Two crystal shards into the draw pile. I don't want to take 4 damage this turn. Can I even avoid 4 damage this turn though? Nope. I'm gonna play 2 copies of this bad boy. Replacing that Geode with a drone. Then I'll fire the Bloodstone Bolt. Send out a block shot and the Unpolished Crystal B. There we go, no hull damage at least. Ah, here we go, Crystal Shard. Doubles its effect. Hell yeah. Magic Battery B. More Crystal Shards. I'm gonna move 1 to the left, move my other drone 1 to the right, summon another Eclipse, and then stun shot the enemy. Scramble. And Mage Hand for 4 more damage against their shielding. Let's move 1 over, summon another. Well, I'm gonna gain a bunch of defense to deal with the incoming damage. 2 more hull, and that was entirely on me. Oh boy. Put a crystal shard in my hand, thank you, and I'll double that. I'm gonna move 1 space over before summoning the next eclipse. And then, sure, I'll send in the damage. Oof. That one hurt. Multi-stun. Attack. Move to the left. Attack. Stunning both times. Draw shot and boost capacitors. Not really interested in any of these, frankly. Let's get some upgrades, and I need damage. Bloodstone Bolt can upgrade. I mean, it can actually heal our hull each fight. Honestly, basic dodge upgrading to 0 cost so that it can possibly double, super huge. Okay. Yeah, so the thing we're doubling is definitely basic shift. Gonna put some crystal shards in hand. Summon an eclipse, move 1 space over, summon a shard, summon an eclipse, move them 1 space over, summon a shard. Do I want to summon the eclipse before I do anything else here? Yep. And send out a stun shot for fun shot. And you know what? Bloodstone Bolt him too. Definitely gonna put Crystal Shard in the active hand so that it can play multiple times, drawing us multiple cards. But if I simply move 1 space over and summon an Eclipse, I can do a bunch of damage with a Mage Hand. Grazer Beam's really coming through, doing significant damage really constantly. Stun shot the enemy here. And then do a bunch of damage to him. Unfortunately, I mean, yeah, I can summon the Eclipse, but then it dies immediately after. Thankfully, I don't think that's going to be relevant at all. Get him. Button mash already upgraded to A. If I still had it, if I had energy refund rather than Piercer, I'd be a lot more keen on this. 4 shield. I can't even hold 4 shield at the moment. No, I don't want that then. Bolt? I'll happily take a 0 cost that doubles in the cycle, because as I found out, I don't have as many 0 costs as I thought I did. I'm going to give Ace the ability to give us instant evade so that we can actually use it to get out of dodge as well at the same time. Uh-oh. Sun's going to be a problem pretty soon. I'm so sad. I don't know why that is so difficult for me. What it is I don't think of Jupiter Drone as part of my turn, and I need to. It's a functional part of my, anyway. Oops. is all I can really say. Oost. Well, that'll prevent the enemy from summoning that drone in that area, at least. Let's get a double crystal shard out there. Another one. Another one. Oh, magic battery B. Sick. Some dodge, ace B, an eclipse goes out on the field, put another crystal shard in hand, draw, and that's, of course, another eclipse. Or rather, it's an eclipse that I don't have to draw next turn. Use Bolt first. There you go, Raps. I'm going to meteor my way over to the right in order to prevent the missile-based summon. I only need to move one further space. And then give myself some defense. I'll put gain 2 shield, put 2 crystal shards in hand. Play one of them doubling its effect. Another. This attack is played by both of my... I think this... I believe this attack is imbued with Pierce, and I believe we just kill the enemy right now with the Bloodstone Bolt. But we actually might do it in such a way that I don't get additional hull because the enemy dies too quickly to the Bloodstone Bolt. No, I still get the hull. Interesting, interesting. So draw effects don't resolve if they happen after the enemy dies, but that one still does. Refresh Interval B being a 0 cost that gives 2 temp shield and 2 energy next turn, when played first. Seems great to me. Shield reserves, permanently gain 2 plus max shield on pickup. I can move once and only have 2 damage to take. I like it. I'm gonna gain some temp shield twice. I'm gonna summon an eclipse, move 1 space over, crystal shard to summon another eclipse, gain dodge. And then stun the enemy so that I don't have to worry about losing either of my drones. Pop a mage hand for some damage, and yeah, I'll even gain more shielding. Double up on the effects of the crystal shard there. Shard pack A gives us even more. Move you across, summon another eclipse, and we are looking for big ol' Bloodstone Bolt. Boom. Annoyingly, I'm not going to be capable of doing this the way that I want. So I'm going to ace B and then just boop, 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 get out of there. And then leave my 0 cost tools in hand that would not have otherwise worked well. I could put a meteor in front of this enemy. I'll put a crystal shard in hand so that can be duplicated so that I can get a Magi Battery B. Move you all over by 1. I've already played a 0 cost so I can summon the Eclipse correctly. And then with a stun shot, I can do a damage as well as prevent losing anything there. And draw shot, I can do another damage. Heck, I'm going to move 1 back and summon another Jupiter Eclipse. I've got a lot of evade at this point because of, obviously, Ace giving me an evade every turn. 1 to the left, summon another Eclipse, and then it's time for the Bloodstone Bolt.
Boom.
Okay, so Acid Cannon. It's a 2 damage attack and 1 corrode. So, the fact that the other card that has corrode on it, Corrosion Beam, says give this to the enemy no matter where they stand, makes me believe that this is corrode tied to the attack. Which means if my turrets duplicate my attack, they should theoretically duplicate the corrode. I would only need to cast it once for it to win the fight. Fracture Detection. Random enemy part is made brittle at the start of combat, of course. And there's also at the start of combat gain temp shield equal to your missing hull. That would actually be really helpful. I'm getting the jumper cables. Let's play for some safety. I'm gonna gain 2 drone shift here. I'm gonna move myself 1 space over and summon the Eclipse. And I'm really tempted to use a Acid Cannon just so I can see how this works. It carried the poison, so now I just have to confirm that 2 of them will carry 2 poison. Cancel the intent of the targeted ship part. Attacks will go through here harmlessly, so I imagine it wouldn't stun, right? Also get an HP out in the field. I'm kind of amazed that I'm hitting none of my other shard generation yet. Not a problem, but a little bit of a problem maybe, I guess. Double the refresh charge. That's about as many resources I can gain this turn, unfortunately. Double basic dodge, move 1 to the left, summon an Eclipse. Crystal shard in hand, woohoo! I can start gaining crystal shards. There we go. On a turn like this, it feels a lot better. Let's fire draw shot. And then shard pack A. For a crystal shard, move over to the left, summon an Eclipse, use another crystal shard. Move over to the left again, summon another Eclipse. Then I'm looking to Bloodstone Bolts for a whole mess of damage, and then fire the Mage Hand for even more. Panic Evasive Shot and Block Shot, no need for those, thank you. Still really feels like damage is what I'm looking for. It's the corrode damage I want from Acid Cannon. I'm gonna upgrade it to be lower cost and move into the final fight. Everyone be good while I'm gone. Oh, thankfully, my only 0 cost in the opening end is not just Jupiter's Eclipse. I can cast double on our draw there. Okay. So what I kind of want to get done is blocking the middle line with my meteor, and then having that lined up with my comms, so that both of the other attacks pass through harmlessly, and only my wing is exposed to 1 damage. That's not easy to actually do, though. I'm lined up to only take 3 damage this turn, which might have to be what I settle for. I really want to play Ace B is the big reason, right? That extra evade every single turn from now on. It's real difficult to consider that that's not the most valuable thing. I'm going to play Overflowing Power B, giving myself enough energy to play Magic Battery B twice. Now, its effects are triggered twice. Does that also include its costs? It does. For the sake of books, the Zero Doubler includes additional costs. That's a toughie. That's certainly not helpful. Could be a lot worse than the resolution of that turn, though. Taking no damage, gaining more resources. Definitely double up on the Crystal Shard, and we're in a perfect position to summon an Eclipse and then cancel 2 attacks with a single Bloodstone Bolt. Okay, with the incoming dodge this turn, maybe I want to move 1 space and then summon another. Oh gosh, how did I not realize that I was actually in dire jeopardy already? Yeah, I'll just lose 1 shielding here, thank you. Gain some additional evade with the crosslink, love it. Haha, you're perfectly lined up to miss. Incoming damage this turn is a lot. Suspect I kind of just have to lump this one. That's going to be 6 incoming. It's going to be all of my armor and my temp shield. Double up on the refresh interval here. Love that. I'll move 1 space over and summon another Eclipse. And then prevent myself from even losing 2 of them. I'm ready for my crosslink. Not my crosslink, my, where are ya? Overflowing Power. Let's draw 2 cards with the Crystal Shield being doubled here. Crystal Shard being doubled here, rather. Move them over by 1 space and summon a Eclipse. Use a dodge. I'm going to draw an Eclipse, summon it, And then if I use Draw Shot, I can draw Eclipse again. And summon it. I can even move over and summon another Eclipse. Fire Mage Hand. For a huge amount of damage, as well as cancelling a bunch of shots from the enemy. And reveal myself to... yeah, nothing, basically. We're in the perfect position to actually test the effect of the acid cannon and whether it works like I wanted it to. So let's do it. Yep! That's 4 poison. I'll move one over to the left, summon another Eclipse, and then just stun in order to prevent myself from losing any of mine. I have enough resources to pay for the Bloodstone Bolt twice, so I'll do it. A little bit of a squeaker there.
You are growing stronger. Who shall it be this time?
Well, it's gotta be Riggs. Because we're continuing Riggs' story through the end.
Hey, can I get a burger with a large soda?
In this realm, all things are possible.
Wow! Alright, I'm gonna head out.
Do you not have any questions?
Oh, me? No, all good, all good. In fact, this whole memory thing, I'll pass.
If your memories are not restored, you will be severed from the time stream.
Oh! That's bad?
It is.
T-minus 98 days.
Yeah, just put that crate over there. You got it, bud. What's all this stuff for anyways? We're not really allowed to talk about it yet.
You shouldn't even be this far into the ship.
Well, I'm honored to have finally earned your trust.
You haven't.
Ah,
But no one else is certified to drive this forklift.
got it. Alright, that's done. I'd better get headed back.
Launch request denied.
Huh?
Dizzy's making tacos tonight. Stay for a few hours.
Okay.
Oh, of course, this actually wasn't that long. Well, it wasn't that long. Wasn't as long as 1.5 hours. I forgot about the first run. Making my second loss total in this game so far. I'm feeling really, really confident at just staying at hardest. I don't think I'm ever going to change that difficulty setting down. For the moment. It's worth noting that my name's been Rhapsody. Name of the game has been Cobalt Core. Top left is the series playlist for all my content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Stream past the names of the people so generally supporting our patreon.com rather / Rhapsody Plays. Admirable the thanked tier, and a special thanks this episode to John. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.